Okay, hopefully you can see this. Yes, I think you can. So I've got over 100 articles on my blog, but the reason why this is indicated episode 82, because these are the general business coaching, business education style posts. I have some specific posts for my next level success course, and I also did a series for the past platform I used to do called Kajabi tutorials, which is still valid if you're using that platform. But I may also do some for the new platform I'm using, which is system.io. Anyway, let's have a look at this. Episode 82, Business Mastermind versus Business Coaching, which is right for you. So there's all kinds of things out there in terms of business education, business support, from networking, it can be masterminding, it can be business coaching, it can be business mentoring, it can be education, it can be any number of things. So what I recommend you do is to reflect on what you need right now. And this can change, and that's okay. And sometimes you'll need a coach, sometimes you'll make use of a mastermind, but I'm just going to share the differences. So there's no right or wrong, it's just different. And I just this is just an automatic disclosure I put up here because sometimes I do have affiliate links, such as Amazon affiliate links, because I recommend a lot of the books and such like. I also receive affiliate commissions for D32 networking referrals. So, but it doesn't cost anything more to you or to whomever's clicking on it and purchasing from it. So it's just another source of income. I just like having multiple sources of income, and I highly encourage you to do so too. So I'm not going to read this word for word, but I've been in business for a while and you've been in business for a while. So you've probably heard these differences, but sometimes we don't take the time and just stop and think about what the differences are. So, looking at business coaching, pure business coaching without consulting or mentoring mixed in, is where the coach is empowering you and placing you in the center. And it's really all about asking powerful questions and not really leading you as the client, but listening and reflecting back to you your own thoughts. So, assisting you to make sense of your own thoughts and your own processes and your own decision making. But often people don't really go for just a pure form of coaching. It's really powerful if you want to tap into it. And that's what I've recently qualified as in terms of my International Coaching Federation membership. That's the style of coaching that I'm now qualified in. But a lot of times people would like some mentoring mixed in with the skills of a business consultant and coaching to move you through. What the advantage of coaching is, it enables you, empowers you to make sense of your own thoughts and your thinking so you can move through, so you can actually make transformational change. Now, sometimes that's not easy. So you need to commit and be up for it, basically. So it's a one-to-one relationship between coach and client, and the sessions are normally bespoke and personalized around exactly what you're wanting to achieve. So I will read this little bit. Coaching works well when you need personalized attention on a specific challenge, such as pricing, leadership, or strategy. It's a confidential space, so what's said in the room stays in the room, and it's structured accountability over a set period. Someone who deeply understands your particular business context. The investment tends to be high because the time and focus is entirely on you. So it is a real investment into you, into your capability and to your skill and levels as a business owner. So Business Mastermind is peer-led. So what that is all about is a group of peers, whether they be business owners or business professionals, but often with an overarching common focus or aim, such as growing your business or your organization. They come together. The Ask Fleur masterminds are based off the principles from Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich back in the 1930s. So it's not a new idea, but it's incredibly powerful. And there's all different ways you can mastermind, and our particular agenda enables everyone on the call to have equal time to give to the mastermind and to receive from the mastermind. So it's not networking, it's not passive as a lecture series, it's not a sales pitch. It's about being structured and a facilitated experience. And the Ask Fleur Success Masterminds are all online, and myself or a Ask Fleur facilitator, such as Emma, will guide the session. So we don't take more than 6 people per group, which means we at the moment can have 12 to 18 people on a call, but we split into groups of 6. So a mastermind works well when you need perspectives from people who generally understand business, a sense of community and shared experience, and regular structured accountability without the cost of one-to-one coaching. Exposure to different ways of thinking. So the more diverse the types of people in a mastermind, then the more diverse and richer the experience is, because you're getting different perspectives. So here is it just side by side, business coaching versus business masterminding. So coaching is one-to-one as opposed to group facilitation. Coaching is your specific goals, where the masterminding is shared learning and peer support, which can be incredibly powerful, just as coaching is. So it's different. It's not whether it's better or worse. It's a higher investment for coaching because it's one-to-one. More accessible, meaning business masterminding, because it's a group offering, is often more accessible in terms of pricing. Business coaching is specific, best for your personalized challenges, whereas masterminding is ongoing growth, community, and it can be used as accountability if you're doing it regularly, like a lot of our community are. So business coaching, the learning style is guided by your coach. It's client-led, and the mastermind is collaborative and peer-led. The reason why I created the Success Community, which is essentially Ask Fleur's group coaching program, is so that people who came to me with one-to-one coaching, I know they don't want to stay at that level forever. And often I work with one-to-one clients, coaching clients for a period between 3 and 12 months, and then we normally I either refer them on or they stay as part of the Success Community and go and get specific skills elsewhere after we have basically increased the revenue of the business and got over that initial need when people first meet me. So what we do at Ask Fleur essentially is business education and facilitation. Because I am a past teacher, because I am a mentor, a experienced business owner, experienced fundraiser. I've worn multiple hats. I've continued my educational learning. I've got coaching qualifications. So I can offer a blend of all these different types of things. So I really focus it around clients. And that's what I'm talking about within Ask Fleur. It's this third offering in the middle. So it's not one or the other. Business facilitation, it's in the middle of it all between coaching and education, rather than being told what to do. Directive coaching, which is not pure coaching, or simply networking with peers. A facilitated business education community creates a structured learning environment where experienced business owners and professionals explore ideas, build skills, and hold each other accountable. Guided by a skilled facilitator, I like to think that as me, who brings both expertise and focus, our process. So our online events are highly structured so that we can be very efficient with the use of our time and also have incredible outcomes. So the model works especially well for experienced people already who've got the basics but want to know, have a more nuanced support, value, reflection, and thoughtful strategy. So essentially, it's opportunities to work on your business, on your capabilities, yourself. So, what is right for you? Ask yourself these questions. Choose one-to-one coaching if you're facing a specific complex challenge that needs personalized attention. You prefer a confidential private space to work things through. You're at a pivotal moment, launching something new, navigating a crisis, or making a major decision. So I had a client who came to me, and often people who engage me as a one-to-one coach don't really tell me the real reason initially. It comes out through the process, but it was a really experienced, like decades experienced business owner, and he wanted a different perspective. He really appreciated the fact that I wasn't a part of his industry and I could cast fresh eyes over his business. Working 3 months together enabled him to have the confidence to go renegotiate a franchise agreement because it was what he was expecting. It wasn't what it was on the table. And so he understood his business really well. We went through and made sure all the processes were right to make sure the revenue was as great as what it could be given the resources at the time. So he was able to increase his revenue to make it an even more attractive franchise. And then he had more leverage when he was negotiating, and he renegotiated for the ongoing agreement to his advantage. And I really commend him because he really evolved and grew as a business owner through that time. So it was really exciting to be a small part of empowering him and supporting him through that process. So that was really specific. So that's why we only needed to work together for 3 months, and he achieved his goal with outrageous success, which was really fun. So choosing a business mastermind or facilitated community if you want consistent support without a large financial commitment because it's a group offering. You learn well from peer experience and shared wisdom. You want accountability and community in the same space, and you're focused on ongoing sustainable growth rather than a once-off challenge. So this is really great for ongoing support and accountability, and that's the reason why I designed it. And also in business, this is my fourth business, and every single business, even if I don't call the group coaching a community, it had become a community because I think I was calling it engaged coaching or something like that, and it ended up just feeling like a community. So I thought, why not call it a community? So that's why it's called the Success Community. So consider both if you're scaling quickly and need both personalized strategy and perspective, because all my one-to-one coaching clients get access to the Success Community as part of it. So they do both, but opt into different elements of it as they see fit, as their schedule allows. And then often they drop down into the Success Community level once we've finished our goals and what we've agreed to, the time we've agreed to work together one-to-one. So I don't have the expectation with my one-to-one clients that they'll be at that level forever, just for the period of time of whatever it is they're wanting to work on, and then welcome them into the Success Community if that works for them. I had a great one-to-one client, and the reason why she left was because she decided to go work for somebody else rather than work for herself. And at that time, that was the right decision for her. And she was really great that I had no judgments or bias as to whether she worked for herself or whether she worked for somebody else. I assisted her as her coach. So that was a pure form of coaching for her to think through her own thoughts and work out what was best for her. So that's why I often refer to it as success coaching, because it's individual to you and it's your success and your success journey and your path. I think I've already talked about that, how the Ask Fleur Success community combines both. It's an online business education and facilitation. So it's talking about it's both in terms of education, facilitation, and including the masterminds. The one-to-one coaching is an add-on, if you like. on top of the success community if that's what you're wanting. But if you enroll in success coaching, then you receive the community offerings as a part of it. But if you want to know more, just let me know. And then that's all what it offers. So the success community is facilitated monthly events. It's either masterminds or quarterly planning workshops. I'm going to call the Boost Your Business workshops now Better Business workshops because I think it sounds better. It's a bit more contemporary, a bit more modern and simpler. And then we have the weekly online check-ins for your accountability, which is what this is. And if I don't have people, because I had people saying they were coming, but then life happens, and so they haven't been able to make it. So it's not coaching, it's not a passive course, what the success community, it's a facilitated learning community, and it's designed for business owners who are ready for their next level without doing it alone, and also business professionals or not-for-profit staff or leaders or business development managers. As many of the pricing is $125 a month or $1,250 per year. But if you're a new client, just as a one-time, first-time offer, just so people can feel comfortable coming along on one-to-one event at a lot of risk in terms of financial investment, just so they can come in and try it out. And I need to do that as well for our current members because the success community isn't like just natural, isn't like general networking. People tend to go a bit deeper. And that's not always what everyone's looking for. So I really do like to make it easy for people to come in and try it out and see if that works before they make the decision to commit. So that's part of a considered approach to bring new people into the community. And we're very inclusive, we're a diverse bunch of people, and we love new people coming in, but we don't want it to be a surprise, and we want it to be a success for both new members and existing members. So what am I saying here? Business coaching and business masterminds both have real value. They're just different tools for different moments. So I think I've mentioned several times that it's not whether one's better or the other, they're just different. The most important thing is choosing the support that matches how you learn, where you're in your business, and what kind of growth you're working toward. If you're an experienced business owner, professional, or not-for-profit leader looking for structured peer learning, expert facilitation, and a community that gets it, the success community might be exactly what you're looking for. As I'm speaking to you, the current members, you already know this. So anyway, that's the blog post for this fortnight. My newsletters go out fortnightly, and I try to make them as informative as possible and not just marketing and spammy. So we always have a blog post with information and also updates on our events and who's talking about the community and the community through Google reviews and such like. So I'll stay on until 6:30 as I always do, and I look forward to seeing you online at the next event.